Oh. Hello, and good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Diego C Palace. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C Palace. And if you can, please help me get to 5 likes in the chat. This is a morning show, a little bit late in the afternoon, to do my match predictions. Today, Tuesday, the 25th of February. And also on Wednesday and I think Thursday, there's also a Premier League fixture. So I'm just going to quickly do my predictions. And if there's any breaking news regarding Crystal Palace or any other Premier League club, I will shed a light into that. Please hit like and subscribe at Diego C Palace. And I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Let's have a look and see what's happening. There is a few of the managers for tomorrow's matches speaking. Pep Guardiola is going to be speaking soon. Of course, they are facing an away trip to the London Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur under Ange Postecoglou is getting his injured players back, some of them. And they're doing really well at the moment in the Premier League. So we'll come into that in a minute. Right, let's do... What's today? So it's Tuesday. Tuesday the 25th. Tuesday, 25th of February. Right, let's see. Let's see who's up first. Please hit like and subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. And we've got the horrible seagulls up first. What time is that? These are all 7:30 p.m. kickoff. Oh no, tell you what, it's at 7:30. 7:30. So 7:30. And they're up against Bournemouth. And after that is my Crystal Palace. Against Unai Emery's Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea versus Southampton is at 8:15. Oh, they have to win that. And also, let's just have a look. Please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego Palace. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And if you can help me get to 5 likes, that'll be wonderful. I'm going to do my predictions. So that's for today. And then we've got Wednesday. Right, let's have a look. Right, so let's quickly just write up the Wednesday one. Oh my days, there's loads of fixtures tomorrow. Right, let's start with the first one. It's Brentford versus Everton. And then Manchester. Yeah, it's a City United. It's Manchester United versus Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, and then Forest versus Arsenal. Oh, that's not gonna be easy for the Arsenal fans. And then Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool versus. Oh, that's a later on. That's a 2015 kickoff. All of these tomorrow are 7:30. So let's write that down. Oh no, Wednesday is 19:30. Newcastle United, Liverpool versus Newcastle United. Good. Do your prediction of Palace games? Yeah, I'm going to do, of course, that. Yeah. Good afternoon, Damo1168. I hope you're well. Hope you're ready for Villa, and also we've got Millwall, of course, at the weekend. I'm going for a 2-0. Let's go for a clean sheet and let's get a 2-0. Come on, let's do it. I'm going for Crystal Palace to win 2-0 tonight against Villa. And I think tomorrow there's another fixture. So that'll be Thursday, I suppose. Yep, Thursday. So that'll be Thursday, the 27th. Who we've got? We've got West Ham. Versus who they got? Leicester City. Oh, I think West Ham are going to probably win that. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully. Come on, we've got to do it. Let's get into the good full home form, finish well into the top half, and who knows. And hopefully we'll get Manchester United after Millwall. Let's look. We seem to do well over there. Whether it's at home or away. Please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. Right. Big up to Damon 1168. Yeah, let's have boom, boom, boom. Take this in the room. And let's have an Ebrieze goal today as well. No, defense is terrified. Right. Fortunately, we have to start with the predictions with the Seagulls, Brighton versus Bournemouth. Let's have a look at it here. It looks like Brighton's captain, Lewis Dunk, is still being ruled out due to his rib injury. And I think Joe Veltman and Danny Welbeck, ex-Arsenal, may also miss this game against Bournemouth. As for Bournemouth, Ilya Sabareni is starting his 3-match ban, I believe, for Bournemouth. I think they're still looking at whether they might appeal that or not at the moment. And they may have another striker available. I think it's Evan Nilsson, but he has come back from a very serious injury, so we'll have to wait and see. Please hit a like and subscribe. Yeah, boo, exactly. They've got injuries, Brighton and Bournemouth. They need to bounce back, obviously, from their recent defeat. Very unpredictable defeat against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think Bournemouth will pull it out of the bag. They travel well. They've won against, of course, Southampton. They've won against Everton. And the only loss that they've had recently is Liverpool and that blip against Wolverhampton Wanderers, which I didn't see coming, I have to say. As for Brighton, well, they're not playing Chelsea, are they? So they're playing Bournemouth. Better stop into that. So I'm going to go for I'm going Brighton 1, Bournemouth 3. Back to winning ways for Bournemouth. There you go. Right, let's move on. Let's not dwell too much on the Albion. Next up, of course, is Crystal Palace. Did the how do you call it, the interview that Oliver Glasner did yesterday with Sky News and other news reporters, etc. Very interesting. He's focused on the performances. He's not looking down the road too much. He's aware, of course, what his Crystal Palace side did towards the end of the running of last season. But he's like, and I'm glad he's just focused on the performances at home and away for his Crystal Palace players. And will he start? Will Hughes? Of course, the fixture against Aston Villa is important tonight. But I'm sure that the people that work at Crystal Palace have made Mr. Oliver Glasner and his coaching staff fully aware of how important the fixture against Millwall at midday on Saturday is to the fans, to the football club. And I'm sure the Oliver Glasner will look to win both matches, of course. But yeah, I was thinking that you're in the same wavelength with me. That's what I'm thinking of with Adam Morton. I would, if he's not broken, don't fix it. With the away starting, and I think he'll start with Jefferson Lerma and Will Hughes. But Damo's point there with Will Hughes, we need someone in there. We need that type of a player against Millwall. They don't have the squad in depth as Aston Villa. Let's not mess around with that. But it's going to be like a grudge match against on Saturday. So I'm with Damo. I think tonight against Villa, why not start? Why not start Jefferson Lerma and Adam Walton, and on Saturday midday start Jefferson Lerma and Will Hughes. Will Hughes got to start on. He has to start. He deserves it for what he's done for the team this season and the running of the last season. He's improving and improving. I have to admit, when we brought Will Hughes in, I had a few doubts, but he's under different managers. He's gradually found his level, and he's improving. And I have not come across one Crystal Palace fan that does not love Will Hughes. It's just he brings that intensity, that pushing the position players off the ball if necessary. He's not getting as many rash yellow cards. Hope I haven't jinxed it. As when he first came to Palace, he was very prone to doing the strong tackles that he likes to do, but always the referee giving him yellows and whatnot. And so he's clearly improving that, whether it's from the coaching staff or from the players that he's working alongside. He's absolutely vital for us. I don't think we'll change the top. Eze Ebreze on one side, Issam Sarr on the right, and of course Jean-Philippe Mateta up top. The way Ebreze looks like he's shaken off that niggling foot injury that he's had for a few weeks or months. I think that's gone away. I think he's I think he has to start over Roman Eze. But it's good. It's good squad in depth. They're good options. They're second options. The way Aston Villa are going to set up tonight with McGinn and Tielemans and with Asensio, I keep emphasising those three kind of remind me of what Unai was trying to recreate there. I'm sure in his own particular way. But he's trying to recreate what Liverpool, what Arnold Slot, what Jurgen Klopp created at Liverpool with Alex McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai. So we're up against a very, very, very good Premier League side tonight. We all know how Villa gets us at the end of the match. Well, that doesn't happen tonight. I need to see a clean sheet at Palace, whether it's a 1-0 or a 2-0. I'm going for a 2-0. Come on. It has to be done. And so, yeah, I'm looking. I may not sound that big, but I'm just starting to get the nerves in for the matches as any Palace fan does. Please hit like and subscribe at Diego C Palace if you are new. So, let's not go into that. I think I don't think Rashford will start today for Villa. I think he'll come in as a substitute. It's we need to start well in the next 5 to 10 minutes. No silly mistakes at the back. We have to defend very well on set pieces. And we need to stop the supply. If we leave it on the counter from them countering us from defence to attack with Ollie Watkins, we can't allow him to break on us. on a counter, and we can't allow Villa to play through the lines between us up to Ollie Watkins, the likes of Ollie Watkins. So for me, we just need to. They just need to do what they do away. We're a different animal when we play away, and they just need to replicate that. Oh, my eyes! What's going on? Looking for another great performance from Daniel Munoz. I'm wondering. Now, I'm going to stick with it. I've written down, and I haven't written down yet, actually, but I'm going for Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. I'd like to see a clean sheet at Selhurst Park and winning by 2 or 1 goals. I'm going for 2 goals. A goal for Ebrieze in the first half and a goal in the second half for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Yeah, I'll go with that. That's what I said in my mind about 3 minutes ago. We need to start well. We need to, and also sometimes when we come out at half time in the second half at Selhurst Park, it's like the players are still in the changing room. So yeah, we need to have that intensity. The crowd is going to be there tonight, and it will certainly be like a pre-run to what's going to happen on Saturday. But make no mistake about it, Oliver Glasner and his coaching staff that he brought over to work along Paddy and others, they need to understand how important that Millwall match is. I mean, no doubt that Oliver Glasner, where he's managed before, he's encountered those scenarios and the importance of it, not just for the football fans of the club, of course, for us, Crystal Palace, but also for the club itself. And never to underestimate what will happen on Saturday at midday. It will be a grudge match. Every single tackle will be analysed. Every referee decision will be analysed. And am I nervous for that Millwall match? No. But I'm confident, and we need to get at them. It's an FA Cup thing, so anything can happen. But in this match with Aston Villa, we need to... It's a preparation for it. That's how they should treat it. I expect they won't, because the Premier League and the FA Cup is 2 different things. I don't know. I'll find out for you now. Would they... I'm just going to find out. That's an excellent question. Yeah, because it should be, because we're now in the... I think there is that, because in these rounds they are. Is the... Any VAR in the FA Cup time? Hold on, please. Crystal. I don't know. In a way, I don't want it to be. Because of who we got. But if there is VAR, it might help them, if you know. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. Oh, here we go. Who will be... yes, there is. Yes, there is. The answer is... it's just been announced in the FA. Here we go. Breaking news. The referee... Oh, you're excellent, Damo. Thank you very much. The referee for the Millwall match, I'm going to put it in the chat so you can copy it and send it to whatnot. Here it is. I'm just putting it in the chat. Let's not mess about. Crystal Palace. Oh, nearly dropped my mouse. There it is. It is. I've taken this off the official FA webpage. Big up to the FA. That is the official. We've got Michael Oliver. Yeah, actually, you know, Michael Oliver. He didn't have a bad game against with Everton versus Or was it Manchester City did he manage? I think he refereed both the Goodison Park fixture against Manchester United and between Manchester City and Liverpool. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Or was it Anthony Taylor? Oh, I can't remember. But that is official. Thank you very much for. I'm going to actually put that in my chat. The fourth official, Summer Hooper. The VAR is going to be Nick Hopton. Right, I've saved that. So I hope that helps. You know what? It's just natural that every Crystal Palace fan is just thinking on the Millwall match. We've been thinking it ever since we got drawn to them. We've been like counting the seconds, the milliseconds. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. But tonight is tonight. Let's go on because otherwise it'll be too late. I'm going for Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. We can keep a clean sheet against a very good Unai Emery side. And I agree with what Damo116 says. We need to get at them from the get-go. Good intensity on them. Off the ball, we need to stop McGinn and Tielemans, who have been starting in the pivot in the midfield for Unai Emery for the last 4 games that I've traced back. I don't know any further back there. And ever since Asensio has been brought in for Unai Emery since he's landed at the club, he's not had time to settle into the Premier League. Is he Premier League ready? Boom. He's in there and he's doing a job for them. So we're up against very good players. And as Oliver Glasner says, they're very direct, they're very organised in their style of play. We need to be, Oliver Glasner said yesterday that we need to be careful or be prepared, I should say. I think that's what he said, for the right, so that's that. Well, oh, I don't want to look at it. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Right, so then that's thank you for that, Damo1168. What else about the things? Head-to-head, Crystal Palace have won 5 of the 6 most recent Premier League home fixtures against Aston Villa, including that big 5-0 win at the last match of last season. Thank you very much, Jeffrey Slurp, Mark Gahey, Ebrieze. Who else? I think it was Adam Walton as well. They all signed my shirt at the end of last season at that game after Aston Villa. But that was the last game of the season, and it is what it is. So let me just put this. Why is it doing that? I've got to hurry up because I've got to go. Please hit a like and subscribe at the AOC Palace if you are new. There we go. If you can, help me get to 5 likes in the chat. And Villa have lost 6 of the past 8. So they're not travelling well, Aston Villa. Villa have lost 6 of the past 8 away games, winning 1, drawing one, and they lost the other. So they're not travelling too well. But this is after a very good transfer window for them, and they know who they're playing in the Champions League, so they know how to get organised for that. Apparently, Aston Villa are the same as Newcastle, just that they don't travel too well. No, I'm going for that. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with. I should have put here above. Oh, sorry. Above. Whoops. Above is the referee for the FA Cup tie. The FA Cup tie against Millwall, in case anyone's wondering. So there is VAR in the FA Cup. I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm starting to stress, not over tonight's game against Villa, but against Millwall. But you have no, they should be fine. The squad in depth that we've got should do that. But as Damo said in the chat, I think it's very important that we start brightly. No silly mistakes at the back against Villa. We know that they always like to. We know how Villa are like getting goals against us. At the end of last season, we did beat them. I think it was 3 or 4-0. At the end of the season, it was the last match of us, but it was an end of season game. It didn't have the intensity of whatnot. It was just the day out for all. So if you can help me get to 5 likes in the chat, and good afternoon, Steve. Please help me get to 5 likes in the chat, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. I do leave anyone to look at the channel while I'm live and put comments in the chat. You don't have to be subscribed, but it's to try and bring in more people. So please help me get to 2,000 subscribers. Just to recap, I'm going for Brighton 1, Bournemouth 3. And for Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa, I'm going for a clean sheet at Selhurst Park. There's a rumour around on the street, on the corner, that the Crystal Palace players are going to change in the away changing room at Selhurst Park. Watch this space. I'm saying anything. I'm not saying anymore. Not really. But it's. I need to see a clean sheet tonight against Villa. They don't travel too well, Aston Villa, but they have got a very good side. And if you look at it, I've looked at it 4 games before. Aston Villa have played McGinn and Tillemans with Asensio. Asensio sometimes plays as a right winger, though, for Villa. So he can play in different positions for Villa. So we've got those 3. We need to stop them from creating any build-up play. I think Will Hughes has to start against Millwall. So tonight I will go with Jefferson Lerma and Adam Walton. But it could be seen a different way. They may start for the FA Cup. Oliver Glasner might start. Well, it could be the other way around. Tonight, Oliver Glasner might go with Adam Walton and Jefferson Lerma. And then on Saturday midday, he may go with Will Hughes and Lerma. So it is what it is. It's live on TV. Big up to you, Steve. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And that's my prediction there. Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. We have to be at them tonight, and I would like to see a clean sheet. Right, next up is Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Fulham. Let's have a little butcher at this. I've got to hurry up because I do have to stop at 1:45. So let's bust through this because we've got quite a few to go. Next one up, Wolverhampton Wanderers. They've just won recently, which I did not expect, against none other than Bournemouth. Please help me get to 5 likes in the chat. Wolverhampton Wanderers striker Guedes looks like he's going to miss out by the sounds of this report. He still has a knee injury. Agbo, Manuel, Rodrigo Gomez, and Juan He Chang. They're also not going to feature for Wolverhampton Wanderers. For Fulham, they picked up injuries as Emil Smith-Rowe and I think Tom Kenny. He's also got injuries. They picked them up against my Crystal Palace, that 2-0 win there a few days ago. And of course, Reece Nelson, Kenny Kate, and I think Harry Wilson. He picked up they're going to be missing as well for Wolverhampton Wanderers. So they've got injury problems. I think more so Fulham than Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm going for a full Wolves 1, Fulham 0. I think Fulham have got too many injuries, and so I'm going for Wolves 1, Fulham 0. Those were all 7:30 kickoffs today, and then later on tonight there is an 8:15 kickoff. It's at the Bridge, a very important one, I expect, for Enzo Maresca and the Chelsea fans, I expect. I mean, surely Chelsea are not going to lose against... Oh. Can you imagine the absolute scenes in Southampton getting an early goal? So I'm going to give them 1 goal, just to add a bit of drama, just to spice it up. Oh, my days. Can you imagine if Southampton get an early goal at the Bridge? It will be absolutely... It'll be a library there. It'll be absolute scenes there. Apparently, there's going to be protests. Chelsea fans are not happy sometimes how they can or how they cannot get home tickets for the traditional Chelsea fan. There's a lot of they're not happy. They're not happy, and I think it's understandable the way they lost recently, the last 2 matches. So they've got to do it. Surely, I'm going Chelsea 3, Southampton 1, but it's not gonna. It's like putting a plaster after your leg is like limping off. I know Chelsea in the 4th one, but they will beat Southampton easily. Not if Southampton's... Yeah, even if Southampton's got an early goal. Oh my days. It's going to be absolutely... There's going to be emergency meetings all up and down the Fulham Road, extending up north into the King's Road, in all the wine bars and restaurants. There's going to be serious consultations, serious meetings being done by Chelsea fans. But I think you're right, Steve. I think they will win. I've put Chelsea 3, Southampton 1. I'm giving Southampton 1 goal, and I'm putting it down that they will score the first goal. Can you imagine that? Look, I mean, no doubt that Enzo Maresca is a good manager, a good coach. But I was watching him because I don't know why I did that watch along for Brighton versus Chelsea, but I was under the impression that Chelsea fans won't let me down, and they will, in the Premier League, not in the FA Cup, in the Premier League, that they will do a number over Brighton. And it wasn't the fact that Chelsea lost 3-0 to Brighton; it was the mannerism that, in my opinion, why is that going like that? That's mad. It's the mannerism of how they lost against Brighton that I think the people upstairs, or the people that make the decisions at Chelsea, they would have thought, we need to get top 4. Chelsea need to get top 4 to get that 150 million revenue come the come the end of the season. They get into the Champions League football next season. It's 150 mil of investment that comes into the club. And not just get back into the Champions League for one season, but to stay in contention for that. I'm sure that's their goal. Of course, they're still in the Europa Conference, European competition. So I'm not sure if winning that, if that gets them into the Champions League. Probably not. Right, so I'm going Chelsea 3, Southampton 1. Now, tomorrow, Wednesday, there are also more matches. So let's go into that. Whoops, I've gone back too far. Oh, Lord. Wednesday the 26th. Wow, there's loads of games. These are all 7:30 kickoffs, apart from the Liverpool Newcastle, which I'll come to in a minute. Excuse me. I am going for it's Brentford versus Everton. I think Everton are going to do it. Brentford lost their last home match against Tottenham Hotspur 2-0, and of course they beat us the match before that at Selhurst Park, where Roman Eze scored his debut goal. And then they lost the previous home match to Liverpool. So they haven't won at home for some time. Hello, welcome to the club. Anyway, but Everton are a bit of a mixed bag. They're drawing here. They've had what I call grudge matches. The previous one, of course, against Manchester United was Ashley Young fouled by Maguire. Was he fouled by Legit? I think more of a foul was Legit than Maguire. I've seen those penalties given, but it wasn't. The referee was only asked the question to look at whether Harry Maguire had fouled Ashley Young, and the referee then deemed not to, but he wasn't asked to look at the foul by Legit, because he was the one that was holding his shirt. And if you looked at the camera angle behind the goal, you could clearly see Legit tugging on the shirt. Having said that, at Selhurst Park, when Liverpool came to Selhurst Park, I do remember, because it was right in front of me, Virgil van Dijk pulling Mark Gahey's arm literally out of his shoulder socket in the penalty area, and we never got no VAR, we never got any penalties, we didn't get any crumbs, absolutely nothing. The Liverpool fans always get the decisions against my Crystal Palace when it comes to looking at VAR or not. Absolute scenes. But anyway, let's go back to this one. Brentford versus Everton. I'm going for an Everton away win, because Brentford just can't seem to find their mojo at home. Hello. That's what we're in at the moment. So I'm going for, I think they will score. So I'm going Brentford 1, Everton 2. On the travels again, Everton winning. And then tomorrow night at 7:30, it's Manchester United versus Ipswich Town. I'm going straight in with this. I'm going for Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 1. I'm going for a draw there. I just got a hunch that no, I don't have a hunch. They just got too many injuries, Manchester United, and I can just see that Ipswich Town will score at Old Trafford. Whether they can match that against Manchester United, I don't know. Please hit a like and subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. Help me get to 5 likes, please, if you could. I will have to. This is a quick one because I've got to go and do something. So Manchester United won, Ipswich Town won, and there is so much bad news coming out of Manchester United. People getting made redundant. It's a horrible atmosphere. It's a horrible environment to work in. People that are going to be staying, they don't know whether they're staying or not. Believe me, it's not a nice thing to go through. And I expect of the 100, and I think last year they made 100 people redundant, and it looks like they've just announced officially that between 150 to 200 people will be made redundant. So people losing their jobs is not something that I always. It's not a very nice thing to, especially if you are an elder age. You may not find a suitable job replacement. It could be that well, that tells me if they're getting rid of 150 to 200 people, it means that the pension deficit at Manchester United is just beyond they can't sustain that, and they don't want to pay. They want to just take a loss, just cut it off. And I'm surprised that no one's actually done, because you can find these things out. But anyway, amongst other problems that the club has got. So on the field, I just got a feeling that Ipswich Town will go there and come back with something. Just got a feeling because of the injuries and because of all the bad news that keeps coming out of Manchester United. I expect for the Manchester United faces probably like, what's next? It's not just every day. It's like in the morning there's something that comes out, and in the afternoon there's something else, and in the evening something breaks as well. It's like one thing after the other. So it is where I'm going. Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 1. Forest versus Arsenal. Let's have a look at that. Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal quickly. Of course, Arsenal recently just lost at home to West Ham, but Nottingham Forest on the travels have also lost. They've lost twice, Fulham, and so they're looking to bounce back. No doubt Arsenal fans were looking to bounce back, but on their travels, Arsenal recently also lost to Newcastle United. So both of these clubs have lost on their travels to Newcastle United. That's why I keep saying Eddie Howe should be the England manager. Why Thomas Tuchel, who's working from home in Germany, is the manager, I do not know. I do not know. Anyway, that's for another day. I'm going to put my cap on. I'm a little bit cold. 1 minute. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. I'm doing the prediction now of Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. If you can, please help me get to 5 likes in the chat. And I'm going for when was the last time they actually won? There you go. The last time Nottingham Forest won at home is that big 7-0 over Brighton. And the last time Arsenal won on their travels was in the UEFA, but you can't really put that on there. They won 2-1. Now, I think I'm going for Forest 2. Sorry, Arsenal fans. Arsenal 0. I'm going for Forest 2, Arsenal 0. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace if you are new. Help me get to 5 likes if you can in the chat. And yeah, I'm going for that. Sorry, Arsenal fans, but I just think this match has come too early with all the injuries. And Lewis Skelly's, I believe he received that red card, so he's going to miss this match. So it is what it is. Right, next up is Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, I've got to go in 15 minutes. Yep, I'm making good time here. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City. Now, of course, Manchester City just coming off that loss against Liverpool, but who can stop Liverpool at the moment? It's no Erling Haaland. Will Erling Haaland be back tomorrow for for Manchester City? Tottenham Hotspur are on the bounce of 2 wins, I believe. They won against Ipswich Town 4-1. And of course, they won against Manchester United. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Tottenham Hotspur, they've done well by building that stadium, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's a multi-purpose venue. I believe it's on the budget. It's paid for. I could be wrong. The investment they're putting into the academy and also into the women's game, that's 3 ticks. But on the first team, they've not. I think the medical team and perhaps the scouting team for the last 3 seasons at Tottenham Hotspur, I think they've taken their eye off the ball. Well, there's been lots of changes. Things have been happening upstairs, and there's been structural changes and whatnot. So, with the sporting director and all that at Tottenham Hotspur, so there's been they've taken their eye off the ball there. But Ange Postecoglou is a good manager as an outsider looking in, and all those Tottenham fans throwing Ange Postecoglou underneath the bus, saying that they need to go. Well, now they're in contention to get to the Europa League final, which could bring an inward investment of 150 mil for next season, should they land Champions League football. And suddenly these Tottenham Hotspur fans that were crying for Ange Postecoglou to be thrown underneath the bus, they're not coming out and saying, "Oh, I got it wrong." If I get something wrong, I call it out. I says, "I got it wrong." You don't hear them, but it is what it is. Has this one got a draw? I don't know. All British teams play at 5:45 in the Europa Conference next Thursday. Since they all get top 8 at 8 p.m. I'll probably watch Roma Bialba. Yeah, that looks a good one. Bialba, I believe, are the cup holders in that competition. Yeah, there's plenty of football incoming. Real talk next week. Oh, is that this week? It can't be this week, surely. Right, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City. I think the City are due a win. Has Tottenham Hotspur ever beaten Manchester City at home? I think they went to the Emirates and they beat them. I think they did. No, they did beat them in the in the league. Right, I'm going to look into it. How do I look at that? I think they did beat City. That was about the only win that they won earlier on in the season. Let's have a quick look. Oh my God, you have to keep scrolling down and down. And it's in 9 days. Yeah, I thought so, Steve. Right, Tottenham Hotspur. When did they first faced City earlier on in the season. I'm sure they beat City earlier on in the season. It was like the yes, they beat them 4-0. There you go. November. So earlier on in the season. Right. So then who started for Manchester City that day? Haaland started. No Kevin De Bruyne. Lewis was in there. Walker, Savinho, Foden, Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Goodigan. So is it going to be redemption for Manchester City? They lost not 1, not 2, but 4-0 at the Emirates to a Maddison double. 2 goals there, Pedro Porro and Johnson. That was the beginning of the season, and the Tottenham Hotspur fans were not calling for Ange Postecoglou to be sacked after that match, but after that, then they started doing it. So let's go back to it. I think it's going to be redemption for City. Sorry, Spurs fans. Sorry. I'll go for Spurs 1, because they certainly know how to score against Manchester City. Manchester City 2. There you go. I'm going to go for City 2. It's going to be a close tie, but I think City will edge it. It's vital, I think, that Spurs score that first goal and then see what comes, what not, back from Manchester City. That's the way I see it. Please help me get to 5 likes in the chat. It's just a quick one today, doing my predictions. Next one up is Liverpool versus Newcastle United. Let's have a quick look. We'll find it. This is what? Oh yeah, this is the late kickoff tomorrow, which is at 8:15. Liverpool versus Newcastle United in the Premier League. Ooh, where do you start with this? Both coming off winnings. Newcastle United doing well at St James's Park, of course, against Nottingham Forest. 2 guys that are enjoying scoring goals, but Newcastle are very vulnerable as well. Liverpool dropping points to Aston Villa, which kind of worries them because we got them tonight. But that was at Villa Park. And of course, they lost to Plymouth Argyle, the famous one. Could that be a draw, this one? Liverpool going to win this. I'm sorry. I can't go it. It's just they don't have any injuries. Right. Liverpool 2, Newcastle United 0. Sorry, Toonami. I think it's Liverpool will be just extending their league at the top of the Premier League and just putting one hand on the trophy, really, literally. Right, and the last fixture quickly is West Ham United. What's the time? Yeah. West Ham United. Where is it? Oh, it's on Thursday, of course. Versus Leicester City. West Ham United are not doing too well at home, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they lost against Brentford. And they lost against my Crystal Palace. This will be the shocker. When West Ham United being hot and cold, 1 minute hot, next minute cold. So I'm going West Ham United 0, Leicester City 1. There you go. That's the controversial one. Those are my predictions for this round of Premier League fixtures. Of course, at the weekend, for all football clubs concerned that are still in the FA Cup. Liverpool fans, where are you? Gonna get in trouble. it's going to be FA Cup ties, but one thing at a time, one step at a time. Premier League fixtures tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, and one on Thursday to be dealt with. And my predictions quickly off the top: Brighton 1, Bournemouth 3, Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0, Wolves 1, Fulham 0, Chelsea 3, Southampton 1, Brentford 1, Everton 2, Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 1, Nottingham Forest 2, Arsenal 0. I'm going for Spurs 1, Manchester City 2, Liverpool 2, Newcastle United 0, and last of all, West Ham 0, Leicester City 1. Wouldn't they just love? They're not doing at all well at home, but on their travels, they might catch West Ham cold there a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. That's what my view on that one is. Right, let's quickly have a look to see if there's any latest news in the last few minutes. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. Let me just that's not working. Just coming to it, people. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C. Palace. And okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. Oh, God. How do I do this? Oh, stop. Wow. Okay. Right. Please give me the likes and subscribe at Diego C. Palace. If you can help me get to 5 likes, I'll really appreciate that. Just some breaking news. This is what I will talk about, because I think it's a difficult situation in any business when you're having to let go of so many people. You still need the business to tick over, and people don't know if they're coming or going, and even the ones that are going, staying, they're like, how is it actually going to work? Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim on whether the negativity surrounding the club makes it harder to win football matches. It's hard enough to win football matches. This year has been really hard for everyone because the club is, because as a club we have a lot of changes. If you have a football club that is playing well and winning games, it is easier for the fans and everyone to feel the changes. At this moment, we are in a difficult period inside the club and on the pitch. That's a fair comment. We have to do our job and try the very best to help the team perform better. That's a very professional statement there by Ruben Amorim. He goes on to say, we have to address all the problems in the club, but one important piece is how we got into this situation. Exactly. He wasn't there. He's just landed in the middle of it, I suppose. It has to do with the lack of success of the football team. We are an engine. We are the engine of the club. I want to help the team with my job, which is to help them, which is to help the team, help the players, and the success. On how hard it has been for him to manage is always hard. Ruben Amorim says it's always hard for everyone, for everybody. They see their friends and teammates losing their jobs, but again, I have to focus on what I can do to help the club in this moment, and we, as a club, have to understand that we did wrong to get this in this situation. Yeah, I mean, we can't argue with that. But that's a lot of people at a club that is they're cutting. To me, that tells me the football club, Ineos, have seen the pension deficit that they've inherited, and they said this is not sustainable. And last year, I think they did 100 redundancies. If I'm wrong, I apologise. And I think they've just announced officially between 150 to 200. I said a lot of people, not just at Old Trafford, but I would expect with other offices around the UK or perhaps even in Europe, if that stands out there. Right, that's it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at the Eagle Palace. It's just a quick prediction. So I've got a lot to do today. And if you haven't subscribed, Mikel Arteta, I'm not going to go into him. They've got lots of injuries. If I had the time, I would. But that's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for giving the support and love to the channel. Let me just have a quick look at the numbers. How do I do that on here? Can I even do it here? Oh, it is working now. Why did it work before? That is so weird. I don't know what was going on. Something was going on before with my browser then, because I couldn't open the studio on a separate. Oh, never mind. How do I then go back to the thing? Yes, definitely. Thank you very much. The subscribers are going up. The likes are going up. And I'm glad you're all enjoying the content. If you're watching this on playback, I've just done my predictions for the Premier League fixtures for today, Tuesday the 25th of February, tomorrow, Wednesday, and this one on Thursday. Just done my predictions for the Premier League only. Nothing else. I'll do a predictions for the FA Cup. Probably after today, I suppose. I may do that tomorrow when I've got a bit more time. And how do I look at the? Oh, here it is. Maybe. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, that's good. All right, yes, definitely. Thank you very much for all the love. Steve, RFC, thank you very much for dropping in. And a massive thank you to Damo1168 for dropping in. I really appreciate that. And you two are the real ones. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you just dropping in. I cannot emphasize that ever so much. Okay, this is Diego C. Palace here, and hope to catch you up on the next one. Hope you on the comments in the description I have put, I better put that right. That's the I wonder if I should type them up. Oh, I need to go at 2 o'clock. Okay, let's do it. Premier League. Yeah, let's not be lazy. Premier League predictions. Tuesday. I should have typed them up as I was saying them. Live and learn. Live on the 25th. Wednesday 26 and Thursday, I suppose. Thursday. Thursday the 27th. February 2025. Okay, let's start at the top. Brighton 1-3 to Bournemouth. I'm having one of those days. Bournemouth. Who's up next? Crystal Palace. I've gone for a 2-0 win at home. Come on, Palace, we can do it. We did beat them 4-0 at the end of last season, but that was the last match of the season, and it was just like a day out. Wolves. I've gone for Wolves 1. Fulham. They've got too many injuries, Fulham, at the moment. Chelsea, surely they can't lose against Southampton, or can they? Oh my God. I've gone for Chelsea 3 and Southampton to score the first goal at the Bridge. I can just imagine. Oh, yeah. And then on Wednesday, it's going to be Brentford. Brentford. All right, start us off, finish. Let's do them all. Brentford 1. I'm going Everton to win away. 2-1 against Brentford. They're not doing too well at home. Welcome to the club. To get them back, I'm still salty for them beating us at Selhurst Park. Please subscribe at DLC Palace if you are new. Manchester United 1. Ipswich Town 1. Ipswich Town. I'm going for Manchester United 1, Ipswich Town 1, and then Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest 2. Oh, that's wrong. Arsenal 0. They've just got too many injuries, and Skelly, Lewis Skelly, he received a red card, so he's not going to be available for Arsenal. Nottingham Forest 2, Arsenal 0. Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur 1. Manchester City 2. It'll be a redemption for Pep Guardiola and the City fans, because earlier on in the season, at the very beginning of the Premier League season, Tottenham Hotspur went up to the Etihad, to the home of Manchester City, and beat them 4-0. So it's going to be a redemption for Manchester City, but it won't be all their way. I think Tottenham Hotspur will score 1 goal, but I think City will edge it. I think they're gradually getting their players back to to fitness. What's next? Liverpool, the bit Liverpool. Just writing it into the description. Not the description. Yeah, into the description at the moment. Liverpool 2. Newcastle United 0. I think this one is a match too far for Eddie Howe, although they're actually buzzing at the moment. It could be a Liverpool 2-1, but I think Liverpool they're just unstoppable at the moment. And last of all, West Ham on Thursday. West Ham United 0. Leicester City 1. That's my last prediction there. And I've also put in the description. I've also put the referee and the VAR referee for the Millwall Palace game, just because I found it, so I'm just putting it there. Save. Okay. Oh, big up to Daniel. Easy Spurs win. Oh, right. Big up. Good afternoon, Daniel. 9-0. It's because you won 4-0 against them. I'm sorry. I've gone against you this time. I've gone for Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester City 2. I think gradually Pep is getting their players back from injury. I think he will score, but I think eventually City will get that mojo back. But I could be wrong. You are in a good run at the moment, not just in the Premier League, but also in the Europa League. But it is paramount of importance that you don't pick up any injuries, Tottenham Hotspur fans. The Premier League is not what you should be concentrating. You should throw it all on the Europa League, in my opinion. So sorry, Daniel 9-0, if you're still there. I've gone for Spurs City. Oh, actually, you know what? I've just written it down, so I should be able to. Will they all fit in the City can't defend, and they can never deal with Song. I'm going to quote you on that because I know a lot of the Tottenham Hotspur fans, they've not been happy with the level of performances of Song. So you're one of the real ones out there that says they can't cope with my son. Son Heung-min. He's done really well for your football club, but I would say though, I think don't be afraid to you shouldn't be afraid of trying new challenges out there. This is not going to work. Well, anyway, that's my prediction, and then this is the other predictions because there's football going on today, tomorrow, and just want to confirm that in the FA Cup ties at the weekend, VAR is involved. If you want to know your team, actually, I can give it to you now while you're there. I can find it. I had it. There it goes. If you go to the official webpage, where's my mouse not working? This browser over here is doing some madness. Okay, so if I've got a Tottenham still in the cup, I don't know. Okay, well anyway, they've just released in the official FA webpage the referees for Preston North End Burnley, Aston Villa versus Cardiff City, Millwall versus away at Crystal Palace, Manchester United versus Fulham, Newcastle versus Brighton, Bournemouth, Wolves, City, Argyle, Nottingham Forest, and Ipswich. So there you go. I put them in the description. Thank you very much, Daniel90, for dropping in. That means a lot. The City can't defend anything. They can't deal with us hard. I like that. But I think it might be. No way. He's got a very good record against them. All right, I see. Look, I was being a bit of a voyeur, as they say, and I've lost it. How do I find that back? Oh, I just had it here a minute ago. All right, look, I'll do it again since you're there, but I've got to go in the next 10 minutes, no, 2 minutes. On that 4-0 win, the reason why I mentioned this is because I think it's vital, and this is, you don't have the same lineup that you had in November when you beat them 4-1, 4-0, I should say. In that lineup there, if you're still there, Daniel90, are you sure? On that day when you beat them 4-0 on Saturday, the 23rd of November, 2024, the Tottenham Hotspur lineup by Ange Postecoglou was Vicario in goal, Porro, Dragostin, Davis, and Udogie. You had Bissouma, Madisons, and Sarr, Kulusevski, Solanke, and Son Heung-min. So you've got a different keeper now, and we had more injuries then than now. But you started with Madison. I don't think your Madison is ready to start for a full 90 minutes. And you need to wrap him around cotton wool. You need him. You replaced Son Heung-min after at half time it was 2-0. Or maybe you are. Maybe Tottenham Hotspur are the bogey team for Manchester City. The City fans will be absolutely. No, I think it'll be I think it'll be a closer duel. And I'm sorry, but I think Jeremy Doku's coming back to form for and may I add, Manchester City didn't have Mamouche, and the new defender they've got at the back as well, and it could be that I can see maybe if Grealish is coming back to fully fitness, he might start against you lot. So it will be interesting. Kevin De Bruyne came on as a substitute, so he wasn't fully fit. We beat them 4-0 at their ground. Yes, without two centre-backs against Haaland. Haaland started. Yes, you're right. Haaland did start. Davis, making Haaland. We won 4-0. First defeat in 2 years. Yeah, the run. Yeah, you ended that run. I remember. So how does it go so wrong? You beat them 4-0, and then how come you didn't still go up in the trajectory upwards? And why is your team in the? How wrong does it go? Oh my God. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You've got. Let's get real here. We won Manchester City. We won Manchester. This is 5 games in a week. Listen, winning at Manchester City, and winning at Manchester United is not for everyone. And the Tottenham Hotspur fans can actually say that. Oh my days! I can just imagine Tottenham Hotspur winning the Europa League, getting Champions League football, 150 million coming in. Don't you dare go for Maya Eze and Adam Walton. Don't even think about it. Anyway, and if you land that, and Arsenal fans don't win the Champions League and they don't finish in the top 4 or 5, oh my days. the Tottenham Hotspur fans next season are going to be all over the Arsenal fans. I'm just going to be there with the popcorn going. Oh, he's going to be mad. We've only done the league double over Man U for the first time since. Everybody does the double. We did a double over them last season. We beat them with Gocha Anderson scoring that goal at Old Trafford. And then on the return, we beat them 4-0. We beat. Now, Manchester United have got issues. They've got issues. They're getting rid of 200 people. They've got. That's why I went for them. I've got Ipswich Town to go up there tomorrow and get a point. When you tell 200 people in your business that they have to go, it has a rock. It hits home, and it's horrible. It's a horrible situation for anybody. I think what's happened there is when Ineos must have come in, they must have looked at the books and looked at the pension deficit that they've inherited or that they've got to deal with, and they says, we're not having this, we're chopping this in half or chopping it all off. And that's what they've done. They are not having a pension deficit of who knows how many hundreds of millions of pounds of a cloud over them. And that's what they've got rid of. Last year, I think they got rid of 100, and now they're looking to get rid of another 200. That's all down to do with not the wages, but the pension deficit that their business is incurring. Make no mistake about that. But it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't like when people lose their jobs. It's not a nice thing. Please hit a like and subscribe. Help me get to 5 likes in the chat. I was supposed to be only here until 1:45, but Daniel 90, I really appreciate you dropping in there. Tottenham Hotspur really are literally be on the knees. I would fancy us beat City. I think it's right to say Tottenham Hotspur are not in debt, even after building that stadium. So that's why I don't understand. If that's the case, or maybe I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but I've not heard anyone from the Bloomberg or Financial Times say that Tottenham Hotspur have considerable debt over them in the brand of Tottenham Hotspur. So if you've paid off the stadium, if you're not in debt, Tottenham Hotspur fans, okay, as an outsider looking at it, I can understand why you're saying, look, can we actually win something and can we go up the table? Yeah, I get that, because every fan will probably get that. But then why do you keep on at Daniel Levy? Because if you're not in debt and you've built a new stadium, but you just now need to fix your first team, get on with it. And you've got a good manager. There you go. It is what it is. Tottenham has literally the last. Tottenham could literally be at their last knees, and I would fancy us to beat City's, mate. Where they're bogus. Oh, you are. Well, there you go. Oh no, but I've done my predictions and I've got this rule that I don't flip flop. Oh, I wish I'd known that. I kind of said so. I said maybe Tottenham Hotspur are Manchester City's bogey team, not just this season but ever before. So, seem to have a special power over them. Oh no! If I'd known that, I would have at least given you a draw. I was aware of you lot beating them 4-0 because I went into it. If you go back, yeah, we'll remind you of your predictions with the Spurs with the home day. You had the back receipts. The reason why I'm saying that is because I've seen Pep Guardiola and their City. Just don't underestimate them. And as I say, if you've got any Tottenham Hotspur players that are carrying a little knock or prone to potentially exacerbating and a current injury, you need to not risk it against the likes of Manchester City. You need those players for the you're not at the Europa League final. You've got to get there, so you need it for that. And I bet you that's what the medical team, the coaching staff, and Ange Postecoglou is looking to play out there It's managing and handling the injuries to the likes of Madison, to Son Heung-min if he's carrying a knock, to your Solanke, to Kulereski, to vital players for yourselves. You've got a very young goalkeeper at the moment in goal, so it is what it is. Look at this. Right, so your lineup on that 4-0 win, I've mentioned, let me just quickly do it because I've got to go. Literally, I have to go. Let me just quickly look at this. So, for Tottenham Hotspur, you played on Saturday, of course, and you won 4-1 against Ipswich. You had a back line. This is important. You had Vicario back in goal. You had Gray, Danso, and Spence, and Odugi. Of that back line, going back, if I can find it. Oh, where is it? Okay, there it is. So this is the 4-1 against Ipswich Town. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we're the second top goal scorers in the league. Only Liverpool has scored more goals. No way. No way. I mean, I believe you, but I don't believe you. Of course, I believe you, but how can you be the top scorer, second behind Liverpool? And well, then this is my point. Look at your defense. Hello, look. How can you be second behind Liverpool, and be in the bottom half of the table? That's mad. Yeah, no, I believe you. Of course, I believe you. But I'm just saying openly, your team should not be in the bottom half. You should be 6, knocking on the wood of the door to get into the top 6. Look, the 4-0 against Manchester City, you had Porro, Dragostin, Davies, and Dogu, and Vicario in goal. In the last match, sorry, just bear with me. I'm just fighting with these tabs. That's the 4-0. And against Ipswich, Odugi, he's the only one that survived. Because you had, against Ipswich, you had Spence, Gray, and Danso. So literally, you got a brand new defense. He scored 53 goals, Arsenal 51. That's what I'm talking about, your defense. You've had to change your defense, like probably every time. By the sounds of it, I don't know, but by the sounds of it, Ange Postecoglou, your Ange Postecoglou, since beating Manchester City 4-0, I mean, I would not be surprised to see that every time that your Ange Postecoglou does a team sheet at lineup for a match, he's had to change more than 3 of your back line. There's an example. The 4-0 win against Manchester City, Udogie is the only one that at the moment faced Ipswich Town. Spence, Gray, and Danso weren't in that back 4 back then. And in the pivot, you had Benico, Kulereski, and Bergerol against Ipswich Town. And if you look at it, I keep going into Leeds. Against that 4-0, you had Sarr, Bissouma, and Madison. It's the injuries. But it is what it is. Right, definitely Daniel 90. I have to go. I'm supposed to have gone at 1:45. I have to go. I've got to run out the door. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe at Diego C Palace. A match. I'm gonna pin your comment. I like that. Where is it? I'm gonna pin this one. I like this one. Yeah, we'll remind you of your predictions for Spurs win. Oh no. If I know there was that Spurs had the bogey team and the bogey team was you are their bogey team, Manchester City. I may have given you a draw. You triggered me by saying Tottenham would lose. It would. But you should be, because you should be upbeat. You're getting your players back injured. But I keep reiterating, as I'm an outsider looking into it, you've got to manage your injuries. Your injured players carrying knocks or recovering back to 100 to 90 to 110 fully fitness. If some of your key players that Ange Postecoglou would expect to play in the semi-finals, in the quarterfinals, and in the finals of the Europa League, you need to manage those injuries. You're talking about £150 million inward investment for you, Daniel 90, and your Tottenham Hotspur. And I'm in no doubt that Daniel Levy is on the blower, texting or whatever and whatnot, using the fax machine. I don't know what they use at your club. Probably not fax machine, but telling the medical team, get on top of this. And if there's any issues, call me and we'll work it out. You've got to fix that problem. How can you be scoring nearly the same amount of goals as Liverpool, and you've been below my Crystal Palace most of this half of this season? That's madness. It's the same with my Crystal Palace. We've got the best away form. We're matching Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp's legacy of players on away form. If we can just transpose that into the home matches tonight, starting with Aston Villa, and then follow it up against Millwall, I tell you, we'll be in the top three. Definitely finishing above Manchester United fans and those Tottenham Hotspur fans. Real talk. I'm going to so trigger Daniel now. He's like, ah. But it has to be said. Come on. Oh my days. I can't see any other breaking news. It's all about the bad news from Manchester United. It looks like Rangers have placed an interim manager until the end of the season, and he's getting assistance from other experienced players there. And the two finalists in the women's the England Lionesses will be facing the Spanish world champions again. They meet again. Are they playing today? No way. I would have known about that. Let's have a quick look. I've got to go. Tables. How do I do that? Fixtures. No, it's not tonight. It must be tomorrow. Yeah, it's got to be tomorrow. I might do a watch along for that. Yes, England versus Spain in the women's at 8 o'clock. I could do it. 7. No, I'll be doing the match tomorrow night. It'll either be Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City and me eating humble pie. I'm not predicting Hotspur to win against City. I'll probably do the watch along for Manchester United, Ipswich, and just see them. Oh, Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. I'm not sure. I'll have to flick a coin. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. A massive thank you to Daniel 90. A massive thank you to Steve RFC and Damo 1168. Let's get a win tonight against Aston Villa. Let's get a win against Millwall. You can do it. We can do it. Let's do it. And massive thank you to anyone. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them. If you haven't liked and you're watching this on playback, please help me get to 5 likes. And if you haven't subscribed at Diego C, I'll get there eventually. If you haven't subscribed at Diego C Palace, we're black there. Please subscribe at Diego C Palace. I'll catch you up on the next one. Please stay safe and have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Tonight, Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. Up the Palace. Come on. My prediction is Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. The Crystal Palace players will be changing in the away changing room at Selhurst Park. Hopefully, bish bash bosh, 2-0 home win again. There you go. There it is. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and take care. Good afternoon, everyone. Have a good one.